This is an offensive set called Point Fade. And this set is run against a man-to-man defense. And we start out by having players 2, 4, 5, and 3 all on the baseline, starting as deep as possible, especially 4 and 5. They want to start very deep, almost on the end line. As one gets close to the mid-court stripe here, or a little before it, this picture actually shows after they've crossed half court, but as they're approaching half court, 4 and 5, as well as 2 and 3 possibly, to get the defense moving. 2 and 3 can simply interchange, and they can go back and forth like so. Now it's most likely that defender 2 and defender 3 will just switch, but sometimes they get lost and they try to follow, and so we can get easy buckets that way. So it just depends. The defense may switch, it may not. While 2 and 3 are Xing or crossing, 4 and 5 are also going to do the same thing, because eventually they need to get up to the elbow. Okay, so there's many different ways to do it. They both can simply just get into their defender and kind of L-cut and come up to receive a pass. And as they're moving and just barely getting there, one now should be in a position where they make a pass as 4 or 5 are moving, okay? Because they are continuing up the court. So that's one way they can get open and get, because they want to get to the elbow, or a little above it actually. Another way they can do it is simply cross or set screens for another. So 4 can come over and set a screen for 5. And a lot of times the defender 4 and 5, they'll just switch this, which case 5 is still going to want to get in and L-cut so that they get in a position that's just above the elbow. 4 after their screen could literally roll to get position on 5 and then come up here. So as they're breaking forward, 2 and 3 are going to stay low, and then 1 is going to then decide on which person to pass to. Okay. In order to set up the pass, a lot of times 1 is going to want to dribble in one direction, cross over so that they can open themselves up a passing lane. Now I have a passing lane to an open 5. Or vice versa, if we were driving left and then crossed over, now I'm going to have an open passing lane to 4. Either way, we're going to go to a side, and it doesn't matter. So if 1 passes to 4, the defender 1's going to jump to the basketball. Because 4 and 5 switched, 5 is going to be guarding the basketball, and again, the defense is probably going to be jumping to the basketball, something like this. Now, from this play, 1 is going to continue on making believe like they're going to take a handoff, bringing their defender in. 5 then is going to come up and set a screen on 1. And then our number 1, okay, is going to come off that screen and scrape 5 and come out here for a fade. Player 4 is going to throw an over-the-head pass to 1. Okay, on the pass, as the ball is moving toward 1, while it's in midair, 3 is going to sprint to the opposite block, or past it, trying to bring their defender with them to clear out this side. Okay. Now, as the ball's in the air, like so, 3 will probably settle in here and jump to the basketball. 2 is also jumping to the basketball. So now, if 4 stays on 5, okay, and they don't switch this, if 1 and 4 don't switch that screen, 1 can catch the pass now and attack. They can either shoot the 3. That's one option. Just shoot the 3. Another option, they can drive. Okay, so now here's what has to happen. They can either go all the way to the rim, which is unlikely unless 3 and 2 are bad defenders. 3 is probably going to come over, in which case our player here, number 3, 2 is going to also have to dive down, kind of that sink and fill concept of defense. They're going to try to get inside so we can't get the dump down pass. So as we're driving, this 3 is going to try to get into, as 2 is crashing down, they're going to try to get inside and make body contact and hold 2 off, because now there's an open passing lane to score a layup. If 3 doesn't do that, 2 can get on the inside, and now the dump down doesn't happen. But now what can happen is 2 here is all alone. So 2 is going to move open in a window, giving 1 another opportunity to kick out here so that 2 gets a shot, okay, which is totally fine. Or 2 can attack the basket. Or if 2 comes out now, 2's defender comes out, that is, then 2 can pass it back into 3 and then get the layup there. So that's an option, all off of that one play of just driving and attacking to the basket. If we back up now and provide a different scenario, okay, 2's jumping to the basketball, 3 had cut through, and 4 still had the ball in the, if the ball wasn't in the air, so actually 3 is going to be back here a little bit, 3 is going to anticipate the pass, so they're trying to come over this way. But let's say 1 and 4 here off of this screen from 5. 4 and 1 decide to switch. Okay, so 4 is going to jump out and try to take that pass away. So now this over-the-head pass from that screen doesn't work. Okay, so again, 3 is still flying off over to the opposite side here like so. On the switch, then 5 needs to understand and recognize, so after they've set that screen, and if 5 hears the word switch, they know that 4 is going to leave them, which means now that 4 can't make this pass to 1 because they switched, 5 can slip down the lane and we can give that person a bounce pass, and they can either shoot it from the pass or grab it and attack again. Note now the defense and what they're going to do. As 5 dribbles down, 3 is going to come over to try to stop, and 2 is going to try to fill down. Again, okay, if they're poor defenders, 5 has the layup. Okay, but if they're good defenders, like most kids in our conference, 3 is going to sink over to take the drive away. So again, our number 3 player, okay, as 2 is trying to crash down, they're going to get on the inside like it's a block out, seal them off, so that now 5 can make this bounce pass, 3 can then meet the pass, grab it, and then make their layup. Again, if somehow 2 slips through, 5 then now 2 is going to get in a window where 5 then can kick out and they can pass. Okay, 1 can also try to get into a window here, and 4 can try to get into a window. But those are all of the actions off of that. So this play again is called point fade, and it's run against a man-to-man defense.